Cool. As I said in the Raider video, it's time to sell this Vulcan. Because, honestly, I'm probably just going to be making another one. And, they're really cool. Before I show it to you, I ditched my old turret idea. It was too heavy, it was impractical, and it jammed more times than not. I fixed pretty much every problem with it, and I put a nice paint job on it. I taped everything off except for the yellow, so everything that was yellow is now red, and the turret's red. So it's fairly clean. My taping could be improved, but when it is purchased, I'm going to be sanding off whatever red I got onto the silver parts, because it does happen in some places here, but it'll be gone. So, yeah, give me a minute. Cool, just had to collect my thoughts. Anyway, back to the Vulcan. Vulcans nobody was really impressed with the Vulcan when it came out, but, including myself, but I still like them. There wasn't a ton of modding potential, and there still kind of isn't if you want to keep the belt, which is, like, the point. Otherwise, go get a long shot. But they're pretty cool. I like them, especially because of the Gatling mod. But I evidently wasn't the first to do that. Slow Guitar Man was, but he never posted it on the forums, so I can't claim originality, but I can claim functionality, and a how-to, like a write-up. So that's cool. As I said, I scrapped the old turret design, and the new one, the barrels are a lot closer together, and they're more stabilized. The bar is positioned better. It just shoots better. It doesn't jam anymore, really. Like, maybe once in a 25-shot belt, but that's pretty good odds. So, here it is. Move you back. This is the finished Gatling Vulcan version 2. And it's not on its axis right now, so that's why it's in the middle of two barrels. So is the rotator. It's pretty nice. As far as internal modifications go, I didn't even take out the air restrictors, because that was not the point of this mod. They're easy to take out, but it's not what I was here for. I don't care. They would still be easy to take out upon request of the buyer, but so you get the range increased by 3 feet, and you have a much, much louder blaster. It's not worth it to me for a Vulcan. I did punch out the air restrictors on the chain, so it can use steppers, and the internal air restrictors don't mess that up. Whoops, my bad. Oh, well, that ruined it. You've seen it fire. Anyway, the paint job is pretty nice, as I was saying, but in places like right there, right back here, that will be sanded, so that'll come off. But other than that, it's pretty good. And this was like one of the first times I've ever taped and just spray painted. And yes, I did sandblast it before I did that, only in the non-taped areas. And that was hard to reassemble all the internals in the correct place, because I had to take them all out before I sandblasted it, so I wouldn't ruin anything. That was really annoying. But totally worth it for a paint job that doesn't scratch off. That's cool. Here you go. Everyone wants to see it fire. It is, it's not completely on a straight axis, but it's so close that you can't even really tell unless you're looking at it dead on. And it still shoots fine, and that's what matters. There you go. This is loaded with mostly streamlines. Got a couple tag darts here and there. Something tells me I didn't put this in right, but oh well. We're about to find out, aren't we? Click it to on, and fire away. Yeah, I didn't put it in right. Okay. I thought so. Alright, let's try this again. So yeah, it does sometimes have jams, but what do you expect? It's pretty hard to line the barrels up correctly. But they're all a really easy fix, and it's like, as I said, 1 in a 25 dart chain, so it's a pretty rare that it jams. It shoots great, and it rotates, so pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see. How much did this cost to make? Because I am selling it. There's going to be an eBay link over there for, well, I went through 2 Vulcans to actually create this because I burnt out the motor, the first one. It's in that box over there. Let's see, right here. It's in that box because, as I said, the first design, the turret was too heavy even with the stabilizer. But in this design, it's extremely light, and the stabilizer was better positioned, so it's going to be fine. It's definitely not going to be burning out anytime soon, so it's good to go. It's ready. The range is about 40 feet with streamlines, even though all I did was punch out the RAs in the chain. I don't know why it gets that good range, but it does. It's pretty cool. Those ranges are flat, and with taggers it gets about 30 feet flat. I don't get it. The new streamlines are like lighter, which is good for stock blasters, but not as good for modified blasters, whereas the taggers are heavier. So it's good. It shoots farther with the new lighter streamlines, like the ones that come with the Raider, which is what I was just shooting. And that hallway, or that way, it's 25 feet from here to the end of it, and a lot of them were hitting just fine with even some power left over. So that showed you. Some of them did go off in weird directions, but again, they're streamlines. You can't ever fix that in a streamline unless you redo the dome. So to make this, 2 Vulcans, 2 revisions of the, well, 2 Vulcans alone is $80. And if you want, I'll throw in the parts for the other one, because I don't want it. So that would be on buyer's request. If you want the parts like the motor from the other one, then go ahead, it's yours. I have no use for it. So 2 Vulcans is $80. And then the turret pieces, the tubing was $12 for each turret. So that's pretty much all. That's $104. And then roughly 8 hours of labor. And you gotta give me, you know, I do good work. Labor is not cheap for me. But I'll probably be selling it for $150. Shipping is going to be rather high though, because it's heavy, even without the batteries in it. Only US buyers, please, unless you're in Canada. If you are in Canada, expect to pay about $70 alone just for shipping. It should only be like $30 in the States, but Canada. Okay. It's just everything is more expensive to ship to Canada. And if you're like in Singapore, don't even bother. I shipped a Doomsayer out to Singapore, $200 just to ship it. And then it was additional $200 for the blaster itself. That was fun. He paid it, but it's too much of a hassle. So they're a lot of fun though. Can I help you? No. I think that's about all I have to say. Again, eBay link over there, and yeah, it'll come with 2 modified chains. See ya.